Welcome everyone. I'm so glad to share with you how I draw this sleeping dragon, which can be colored or embellished in many different ways, to share with someone who you want to encourage the sleeping dragon within. I start with the eye to center where I have my head, and then I go up to the forehead and pull down towards the nose, creating a snout as I round down and sweep a little down and up for the shape of the mouth. Then I add the nose. Next, I created eyelashes by gently sweeping down from the eyeline, and I went and showed just a couple wisps of eyelash on the other side of the head and came back and thickened up the top portion of each eyelash just to emphasize that my dragon was sleeping. Next, I added the horns and the bony ridge across the top of my dragon's head, and I was thinking of the horns as being rather expressive. As this dragon is sleeping, I just wanted them to be falling back like they were relaxed, even though I know horns don't really move like that. And then my bony structures on the top of the head are also going back. I make just enough ridges for the neck before going back and completing the snout of the dragon. I add some sharp teeth because this dragon is ferocious, though it is sleeping. And then I move back and put on the jaw, starting up at the front lip and following the curve of the upper lip and then up for the jaw. Then I move to make a broad arc for the top of the wing, which is resting against the dragon's back. So I make this little hook at the end, and then I think about making deeper curves in to show that the wing is folded as it's lying across the dragon's back, and then a nice long line that shows that bottom of the wing resting on the dragon. Next, I make the ridges and lines inside of the wing to show the depth of the wing and to show the structure, leaving a little space at the edges so as not to busy my picture too much. Then I think about where the hip will be, and I draw the hip, and then I also draw the back, starting with way up at the neck. I move my pen so I know where to start the back side of my dragon. Then I slowly sweep down to make the tail line, which is going to be laying all the way across in front of the dragon and folding back on itself. Before finishing the tail, I decide to make the front leg because that is going to be going over the top of the tail. So I have a wider muscly part at the top. I draw the toe on the outside of the foot first because it is going to obscure some of the other feet, and then I go back and add these sharp talons at the end. Before finishing the tail, I am thinking about how the front leg of the dragon is going to be going over the tail, so the tail goes behind it, and also thinking about how the head is resting on the tail, so how I'm going to position the tail as it swings forward so that it's gently nuzzled underneath the jaw of that sleeping dragon. And so you can see I'm pulling up just a little bit with the curve, thinking about where that's going to happen. And then my tail is going to wrap around slowly, so it emphasizes that little end of the tail, which I am going to create a simple barb on the end, but you can make your tail any way you want. There's lots of depictions of dragon tails with fancy different ends on them. I even found one in a book that had a face on it, which I thought was pretty funny and interesting. The final step in my dragon is to go back and connect the head to the body with a neck, and then my dragon is done and it's ready to color and share out with someone. Well, I had so much fun drawing this dragon that after I finished it up and colored it, I decided to draw another. So I have another dragon, which is a blue dragon, and I added a few scales and a fancier tail. I hope that you have as much fun drawing dragons as I did. Please like and subscribe to the channel in order to help others find this content. Thank you and have a great week.